Welcome back, most esteemed viewers. I am your host, Jekyllstein Gray, and today we are continuing our playthrough of Night in the Woods. Ooh boy. So I'm probably gonna, there's probably gonna be a lot of, there's gonna be some interesting, basically, I've got a lot to do over this next week. So I think I'm probably going to have to only focus on this because it's technically homework, and so that's why it's homework communism. I'm spreading the homework amongst the people. And apparently the homework, apparently a lot of people, apparently she woke up again, Groundhog Day. Apparently, a lot of people wanted the homework this yesterday because it went viral, at least by my standards, which means it had got views in the double digits. In all seriousness, I was actually really surprised by the amount of people who saw it because the first video's got like 3 views right now. And as of this recording, I think the second video has 10 views. Of course, some of them are alt accounts that I use to try and boost my videos with the algorithm. Yeah. So May feels bad, which is understandable, but also, it's understandable why she got angry. So I think that's Germ? Charcoal! Fantastic. There's so many, like, I don't know, this is actually a pretty quotable game. And that actually makes me, I just kind of realized, why aren't there very many quotable games? You ever wonder that? Like, there are so many movies that are just quotable, you know, Princess Bride and all and whatnot. So why isn't this game quotable? It is also kind of weird, the idea of like seeing a past version of yourself. You ever think about that? Or am I just coming across like a guy on weed? Oh man, you ever think about like the yeah, man, you ever think about like the fact that the photos of yourselves are in your past lives? Or I like Granddad then. Spoken like someone who is working off of broad stoner stereotypes, because, you know, basically spoken like someone who's never had weed. Can I actually leave? No, I can't. Interesting. I was actually expecting them to make it so you couldn't leave. Is it that obvious? Oof. Kinda, sorta, I don't know. Get it? Churchill? Uh-huh. They never catch me. Wait, she didn't know that? Oh. Ugh. Well, Ben Shapiro would probably love that. Okay, that requires some explanation. There was a video by Cody Johnson at Some More News, where it goes Ben Shapiro saying, you can't, social justice is evil because if you put any modifier in front of something that's good, it's perverting that or something. I can't remember the exact one. And then he's like, that's right, everyone. Ben Shapiro wants to cancel adjectives. I think we would all agree that babies are good. But if I said that was a cute baby, then no one would. Then that would make it fundamentally evil. Uh-huh. Have you ever... That's a bad metaphor. Okay. Wow. Wow. I did not know that. Partly because I don't know what a dugong is. I mean, they are kitties. F the rules. Power lines for life. I love this game, you guys. I mean, esteemed viewers. Keep doing that. How do I... Oh yeah, C. Hey, Selmers. Oof. Honestly, again, I feel bad for Dr. Hank. Yay, poetry! Yes! My heart is a dankness, but when I see you, I feel a thankness. A blueness, all I need is a you-ness. It's about my horse. Oh, we're just friends. I love her poetry, like, unironically. It's just so simple and heartfelt. Also, I love the poem she gives later. I can hear you, you know. Wait, no, I think he's supposed to be Russian. I think that was doing a German accent. But I'm honestly not sure either. For some reason, this music sometimes reminds me of Little Big Planet. Ba 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 ba. There we go. Ba 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 ba. Wait, can I? Oh boy, I screwed it up. And if any of you are saying like, Jekyllstein, why aren't you playing the thing or something? Okay, let me back up. Why aren't you just jumping from story point to story point? To you, that's the key. To you, I say, why do you want me to just? Why I want to enjoy my time in Possum Springs. These people are awesome sauceum. Oh no, Selmers' wordsmithing is rubbing off on me. Dusk Stars. Really? No. A lot of reverb. I forget. Yeah! Stargazing! If you know... Yeah! I just did! So... if you know me, if you're familiar with my channel, you're probably aware that I really like stargazing. There's just something so human about it. I don't know. It's, a woman who built a tower to heaven. Okay, so basically, Bellerophon mixed with the Tower of Babel. Okay, maybe some Gilgamesh, I guess? I guess, someday. This is fair. Let's see here. Where is the other one? Oh, here we go. Here it is. Whoa. Okay, I'm interested. What? Oh, they deserve to be delicious. What was that bear? 2 days time. I always try to align, if I had to choose between those two things to say, bet your ass I would choose the latter, because I like stargazing. Jekyllstein likes stargazing. You can put that on my tombstone. Here lies Jekyllstein Gray. For some reason, he insisted on that we call him Jekyllstein Gray and not his real name. And he also wanted us to say that he likes stargazing. I think I gotta do this. Come on, May. Come on, May. I want you to... Oh, come on, May! Now! Oh, hey, there's something to look at here. Arnold Applebaum. Yay! Got turned into a landlord revenue generating machine. What was that sound? Arnold Stalker Bomb. There we go. And there's absolutely nothing. I could have sworn there was some sort of like... whatever. Alright, I've wasted enough of your time, esteemed viewers. And apparently I teleported to the ground. Oh, hey, it's him. It's this dude with the awesome poetry. Horm? Please stop listening. Okay, you could probably find a better rhyme for that, but other than that, it was good. Is it scandalous? Interesting. Yeah, I think it was less than that. Huh. Interesting. Another time, then. Another time. What is this? Pierogi. Well, part of it is just that old people are actually involved in politics. I guess that's changing these days, though. I just voted in my first presidential election. Here we are at the Church of Pun Hill. Which might have to be the subtitle for this episode. But, you know. Ugh. What was that? Why did my audio get all messed up? Did you hear that, esteemed viewers, or am I just going crazy? Or was I always crazy? Oh, I like both of these people's is... Got blankets. Hey, hey! Pastor K. So... when I left Mormonism, I dabbled in Episcopalianism before I, turned into atheism. And I was, the pastor of the local congregation. Just for the record, Episcopalianism was way better than Mormonism. Partly because the pastor was a woman, and that was something that was like. That I knew was possible and even good, but it was also... it was unusual to me. I shouldn't say it was weird, but it was unusual. I also like how she uses gender-neutral pronouns to refer to God. I did it. She didn't mean it, Mr. God, sir. Like and subscribe if you got that reference. Bruce, just Bruce. Possum Springs. Okay, I immediately, I immediately thought of Gravity Falls when I saw that water tower. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Let's see. I'll, if you Steam viewers have not seen Gravity Falls, you should check it out. It's really good. And if you have seen Gravity Falls and you're looking for a show that's similar to it, I'm gonna recommend, and please don't drive me, get out the pitchforks and torches, but I would actually recommend a show called Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. It's kind of a, it's got some surprising wit and it's not as good as Gravity Falls, but not as good as Gravity Falls is Gravity Falls, but not as good as Gravity Falls is a pretty high bar. So, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so yeah, Scooby, I mean, they make a frickin', there's a frickin' Watchmen joke. Or not even really a joke, more of a reference that is literally, it can only be applied to Watchmen. I'm not gonna tell you what exactly that is, because you should go watch the show for yourself. Again, it's good. And I love this character. I mean, again, I'm slightly younger than May, as of this recording, but I sometimes feel like I can't keep up with the youths. Also, in some ways, I'm kind of an old soul. I do go by Jekyllstein Gray. I mean, oh boy, that's my response to any time I mean, it's a matter of relativity. I'm in a rich neighborhood for my region, but my neighborhood is also really poor when compared to the regions in Utah. I'll forgive you if you stop apologizing. Ordinarily, I would say conditional forgiveness is not really forgiveness, but in this case, I think she was willing to forgive anyway. Skulls and cat skulls. Cat skulls and cat bones. How... Alright. It's not worth it. But I also really want to get up there, but it's not worth it. But I want to get up there. Freaking dogs. Yeah, seriously. I mean, yeah, that's the problem, is a lot of times that's the only way. You have to go and fight for the state and probably. That sucks. So there's so many little details in this game that just capture the feeling of, you know, of life in a dying town, and the and I also like how it's not an endless downer. It's also like actually, you know, there's still joy here. So whatevs. Hooray for alcohol, new town motto. Still better than your bass playing. Or I guess I should say my bass playing. Because I guess I'm technically the one controlling May during those segments. Huh. Yeah, it's cool. God's Wrestling League. Okay, that does sound like something May would be into. Video Outpost 2. Angus, my dude! You growl real good. Yeah. I was going to talk about how much of a crier I am. Then it was like I literally made a whole video called "I Have No Tears and I Must Cry." So we have the topiary creatures. We're very pleased to meet you, senors and senoritas, too. Oh, the animals they feature, you know the never nature. Wishing shorty sweet to you. Germ! Oh, by the way, I only know that because of Peanut Butter Gamer nostalgia. Also, it's, you know, the games I think hold up. I think I played a little bit of it, you know, for whatever. Two years. Gerg. It was like a poem. Germ is so weird and I love him for it. Good game, good game. Boingity. Wait. Ugh. Okay, Ozymandias. I can't wait for nothing beside to remain of that guy's stupid Well, it must have not happened. I love that guy's kind of wry sense of humor. He's not just kind of an asshole like the guy, like Porsche man. Mister, I'll shoot you for. I guess I'll make empty threats to shoot you. Oh, this is. Someone hacked up the dudes. Oh, I know who did it. And I can't remember why, and I'm also not gonna say. What else could they use? Oh, I'm sorry, what? We need to have a, I mean, honestly, there was one story that, there was one town, that's what I should say, that used that listed a pumpkin festival as a potential target for terrorists as an excuse to get a tank. Yeah. No. Yeah. Like, you guys, if they hadn't been so worried about things of historical, if they weren't in dire economic straits, they wouldn't be worried about things, quote unquote, things of note and something. I don't know. Yeah, Colleen. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I know! You keep saying the same things! Let's let the frame rate get back up. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be using full screen very much anymore, Steam viewers. Well, look who it is. Delicious. Alright, I actually want to see if I can go out of town. See if there's anything else over here. Whoops, my arm fell off. Arm choppy. Come on. May stop making up excuses. Alright, band practice. Practice. I love Germ. To every time a Greg. Oh man. I completely will not be fine. I am very weird autumn. Okay. Wait, I'm pressing the wrong one. I was pressing 4 when I was meaning to press 3. I get overwhelmed easily. That's my excuse. Wrong button again! Oh my god! Oh, oh my god. I am so bad at this. I probably should have talked to Angus first, but I think I am going to focus on doing stuff with Greg. Oh boy, frame rate drop coming. I don't know why it always drops on these segments. I got gum. Old gods. Okay, so this is one of the most obvious Lovecraftian influences. Of course, take it with a grain of salt, because I actually have not read a Lovecraft book, so. This also kind of reminds me, I think I mentioned earlier on this series, or I mentioned on another video, Contrapoints' Opulence, where she talks about, you know, the decaying grandeur of old malls as the equivalent, as the modern equivalent of a haunted house. Yeah. Honestly, all the problems with Amazon are, so basically, hot topic. The, what was I saying? I actually never went through this phase. Also, check out the poster directly above May's head right now. If you played the game, or maybe over here, if you played the game and didn't know, and didn't notice, you know what that means. She's definitely sad. Ooh, t-shirts. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I might just be stupid, but I don't think I ever made the connection between what happens later and Witch Dagger. Huh. A rattlesnake? How does that even work? Then again, Way Forward made a snake where not Way Forward. Platonic Games made a there are it's funny because the Greg route also involves crimes. Wait, that's not. Never mind. Just like dinosaurs. Yeah, that's fair. I actually don't know what happens if you get caught. I'm kind of curious about that, but not enough to actually let it happen. I do love these kind of mini-game vignette things. Okay, well, I guess I learned the hard way. Stop judging me. Okay, it is amazing how they snuck that reminder into the, I'm sorry, I feel like freezing just makes it look more suspicious, but whatever, it's a game. Oh my god! I just moved. I like pressed down on the. I'm sorry about this, esteemed viewers. I am a terrible shoplifter. I just have to stop moving when she's looking. Again, I feel like looking over at a person with their hand in the thing is just gonna be more suspicious. Alright, fingers are off the... I can also buy that. This shopkeeper probably doesn't really care. I mean, I would just be... I just want plausible deniability. She's not stealing from the shopkeeper, she's stealing from the company. She steals the belt buckle. Oh man, what happened? Are there any suspects? Nah. Yeah. I mean, jaywalking. I mean, yeah. She literally saw me with my hand stuck in the class. She was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, Aunt Mall Cop has to patrol the crime-ridden streets of Possum Springs. Perfect! Yeah. Okay, I would totally, you know, Name of this store. Interesting. Oh! Yeah. See, again, either she's not super bright, or she just doesn't care. Right, but your store is actually in danger if someone steals from you. Pretty. Huh. Fun fact, atriums were a feature, I think they get their name from a feature of Roman villas. God lived up in the rafters. This was also a, This was also a, what was I gonna say? I think this might have been another reason why this game, the whole, God thing, because, that felt very, oh yeah, I think it was right after, I was kind of in this weird, like, trying to figure out what after I left my high demand religion cult. Yeah, so time to rescind a week later. What Ron's doing. I would never want a nose ring ever again, but I know I don't believe in God. Oh, that is a... Again, I like if this is a... Bia lets her guard down. Smelters country. Go Smelters! Vibes. Is that like a CD store? Huh. Boingity, boingity, boingity. Again, I know I've said it before, Steam viewers, but I love jumping in this game. Let's see. Unlimited power! I can't... Ah, there we go. Gotta charge it up a bit. And of course the frame rate drops here. Get it? She said God, and she thought God was in the rafters. So God is May, confirmed. Whee! I keep shooting that guy. Hey, don't say my name. Don't snitch. Don't you know what happens to snitches? I really like this. There's so many great moments in this game. You're the one who said her name! God Stevenson! Silence, mortal. The cops shall be confused and stuff and beat each other up. Have a good one, mortal. Aww. Hi, hello, you're back. Yeah, that's true. I want communism. Did she just wait? Did she say you have nothing to lose but your chains, or your dreams, or something? Yeah. Everything ends. Everything ends. All right, so we're gonna do the. I think we're headed and coming up on the end. I mean, it works. I've only taken sips of alcohol, and I've never had a hangover. Yeah, seriously. Been to credit his family. I do love watching the TV, and I like Garbo and Malloy. How about constantly? Oh man. I'm sorry, esteemed viewers. I just have a lot of stress right now. Nothing you need to worry about. I think my sisters are heading up to bed, so yeah. Good thing I am figuring things out anyway. They were watching Glee downstairs, so if you were hearing music, that was it. Also, this is probably, if you could hear music, this is probably going to get copyright striked. Or copyright claimed, I guess. Potato, tomato. Hey, cool mall times. Pretty cool mall times, yes. Aww. No Angus. Alright, we gotta click on Sharkle again. I love Sharkle. Sharkle. We are not doing more bass. I'm never getting good at it.
Hi, Ron.
Yeah?
I'm going to bed now.
Alright, I'm finishing up. My suspicions were correct, or my predictions, I guess, were correct. Esteemed viewers. And there goes the frame rate. Oh, well, it's back now. Here we get our little spooky times. Oh, the band. So there's actually a backstory to these guys. I think it's like kind of hard to find. There's some more ravens. Ghastly, grim, and ancient ravens from the night's Plutonian shore. But you can actually miss the backstory for this band. I also can't remember what it is specifically. Oh, hey, there's the head guy. Here's a guy playing the saxophone. It's funny because I actually earlier today just watched John Mulaney's, rewatched for the bajillionth time, John Mulaney's The Comeback Kid, which talks about Bill Clinton, who famously played the saxophone. So, coincidence? Yes. Yes, it is. We activate the lights just by walking near them. And here's a guy with the best of instruments. The accordion. Wow. Ba, 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 ba. Who's that? I'm actually curious about that. Who's that? Is that just supposed to be a representation of someone? And frame rate dropped. And it's dropping some more. I apologize, new viewers. That is actually, like, freaky. Like, legitimately freaky. So what's that sound like supposed to mean? Holding escape. Alrighty, esteemed viewers. That was fun. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a like. If you have something to say, give me a comment. I would love to hear your constructive criticism and or other random thoughts. Both of those help me get in the algorithm, which will help more esteemed viewers join the fold of my channel. And if you want to help the algorithm some more and get notified when new videos come out, you can hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. If there's someone you think would like this game, please give this video a like. Alrighty, thank you for watching, esteemed viewers, and I will see you in another video. Bye bye.